Hey there, yogis. How are you? My name is Crystal Gray. I'm the creator of the Yoga Goddess Academy, and I help yoga teachers to be even more confident so that they can go out there and share their gifts with the world and really start to create the kind of change in the world that they want to. So for today's theme, we are focusing on the root chakra. This is a really common chakra that people like to work on because there's just so many different struggles that people have with this area. They could be around the different kind of options that you can translate if you don't really want to talk about the root chakra but really want to have something tangible for your students. Could be grounding, could be releasing fear, doubt, anxiety, increasing abundance, and having a connection to your body. So those are just some of the things that fall under the root chakra category. Some affirmations that you could use could be: I am grounded, I am stable, I am secure, I am safe, I trust in the universe, I am relaxed, I am at ease, I am connected to my body, I listen to my body, and I am abundant. There's many more that could go with it, but those are just some of the ones that I chose. And the mudra that I chose is actually a pretty simple one, and I do it a lot, even just naturally. I like to do it while I sleep. It's called Mushti Mudra. So just putting the thumb inside of the fingers, it's very, very grounding. So you could do that in your chair pose. You could do that in your warriors, anytime where it would make sense. You could do it in your meditation. The pranayama is nothing fancy that I chose for this one. It's just a very simple way to breathe, and it's more of a ratio rather than a very specific pranayama. And that's just letting the exhales be longer than your inhales. So maybe if you're inhaling to 4, then you could exhale, I'll say, to 5, 6, or 7. So just starting to lengthen the exhales, but we're not shortening the inhale. I usually do this as a transitional part of my practice whenever I'm starting to lower the heart rate and kind of go from the more vinyasa or flowing or just the more challenging part of the practice into the gentler cool down portion of the practice, because you can really utilize that breath when you're holding the poses. Some general ideas that you can start to bring into your classes when you're focusing on the root chakra could be feeling your connection to the earth. So anything that's touching the ground, your hands, your feet, whatever it may be, really feeling that deep connection. Feeling the strength in your lower body, because the root chakra governs, yes, like the perineum and the tailbone and things like that, but even all the way down through the feet. Another thing that you could do, which might seem kind of silly, is just to stomp on the ground with your feet. So kind of like you're marching in place and just really feeling that connection to the earth every time you stomp. Some pose ideas that you could use would be mountain pose. That's the most common, and really feeling that connection to the earth. And most people feel pretty strong and stable in Tadasana. Maybe you have them separate their feet a little bit that day just so that they can feel even a little bit more grounded. You could do some stretches for the feet and for the toes and for the ankles, because a lot of times the feet and the ankles get kind of forgotten from the practice. Some other poses would be standing balancing poses for sure, tree, warrior 3, things like that. Child's pose, malasana, which is a yogi squat, warriors 1 and 2. And again, reminding them all throughout the practice to really feel strength and grounding. And then bridge pose is a really great one to help you actually release excess energy from the root chakra. So I like to do a supported bridge near the end of practice, just kind of letting that happen. And you can choose what to say during class. Like I said, you don't even have to say, hey, we're working on the root chakra today, right? Because depending on your students, they might not be interested in that, or it might kind of freak them out or whatever. So there's definitely so many tangible outcomes that you can bring into the practice instead of mentioning chakras. Some visualization ideas could be roots. So they could close their eyes and focus on, pretend that they see a tree, visualize a tree and the roots going down. You could even have them visualize energetic roots, was what I usually say, coming through the feet or whatever's touching the mat into the body. And visualizing mountains, those are also something that's really, really strong and stable. You could focus on the color red in the area of the perineum / base of the spine. And then there's a couple chants that you could do, really any of the Ganesh chants if you like to do those kinds of things. There's also another one called Gaya Shakina Nama Om. That's how it goes. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that these videos are helpful. If they are, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe, and I'll put the link to my app below in case you want to have the full 60-minute practice video along with the sequence and the 20-minute personal practice as well. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you, yoga teachers, for everything that you do out in the world. It's really, really appreciated. Have a great day. Namaste.